All right, guys, we are here with a first match of the finals of Best of America, BoA, um, where you have myself, Matt, and McConis versus Pac-Man, KRK, and Reaperman. So, let's see what we got here. All right, so you've got myself as Quakers, Abel for Matt, and McConis as Jan. That's kind of that'll be in all three matches. So this kind of a thing you'll see. Pac-Man, Zava. You've got KRK as Abel, and then Reaperman is Fang Dong. Kind of different here to see this far of a zoom. Reaperman going for a steal here right away. Looks like McConis did time his attack to be right on there. Good job for McConis. Now I know the strategy that they were going for in this one is a pretty clever strategy, mostly focusing on neutralizing Quakers. KRK went Able, which is a challenge for Quakers, especially because of the blinking in the darkness and stuff. That really kind of messes things up, but not a good idea because KRK is such a good support player that he really is going to shine in middle. And by putting him in the side lane, even if PvP wise it may not be something that I can really feed on, it's going to be a lot easier for me to dominate the lane and over push, at least in this case, as you will see. Reaperman getting his level here. Kind of still struggling to get that last few Marines. Let's take a look here. He does have one more. I think I missed a skill or something like that. Oh yeah, I forgot my second pointed mana on this one, so I was wondering where the hell my skill stuff was. Everyone's trying to get that 440 mark. Kind of looks like getting away there just in time. He does leave his 440, so that's good. We both of us get our 440, of course. I'm going to upgrade Hard Crash here, see if I can save. I have 425 mana, so that means I can do Hard Crash plus X. So I'm going to take that risk and go for it. In which case it did over 900 damage in that case. So Mana Card is actually pretty dangerous with something like Quakers or Duran even. Just because of the high damage. Pac-Man trying to go for a kill there, but they know me to a T now. I mean, I'm so greedy. I'm just like the most greedy player ever. After a kill, I will just farm with like 30 hit points, just farm. Because I'm lazy and greedy at the same time. So far, I mean, the game's pretty evenly paced. Nobody's really I think everyone got their respawns. Nobody's really shining. Looks like Pac-Man did get a nice kill there on Matt. Matt, I don't know what happened this first game. I had to carry really hard. I think him and McConnell had like performance anxiety or something. They both were just not pro enough to be on my team. They don't deserve it. No, they were fine. I just, oh yeah, look at that earthquake. Such a boss move. In reality, if something like Quakers could jump in the air, that would be pretty crazy. Pac-Man doesn't have a potion. Reaperman looks like he's got one there. He is going for those tanks. Makana's yielding to Reaper. He's not aware here what's going on. He does get trapped. And like pro reaction time there by Makanas. Good job. Does Reaper have his ult upgraded? No, he doesn't. I thought he didn't. Jay. Jay wants to in-house. Every time I sign on to do these casts, even though it's like middle of the day, someone wants to in-house. Kirk packing a mana card there. Really good decision on his part since there's absolutely nothing to farm. So good job there, Kirk. Use that mana card really well. Pac-Man, they do this really well. That's one thing I would be very careful of with Pac-Man and KRK is they both camp the middle really, really well. They love to do that. I know that he's waiting for a gank. He's waiting for me to do. Looks like Pac-Man does miss a potion there. Connors is pretty behind, but he's caught up, thankfully. Reaperman has his skill card at level 8. Alright. Doesn't have his Cyclone upgraded. That makes sense. I mean, don't upgrade that Cyclone, but buy a skill card instead, so that way. Oh, wait. I think we missed my boss kill here. We have to go back. Because this was a sexy moment right here. I was just so entranced by Reaperman's pro strat of buying a skill card at level 8 that I couldn't take my eyes off of it. One thing that there are two things that people underestimate about Quakers, mostly because I am the only person who really plays him. Number one is his maneuverability. He has charge and blink. Very sexy right there. X on Pac-Man, V on KRK. And also his damage. He has upswing and a huge area of effect upswing / nuke that does quite a bit of damage. So that makes him for a very dangerous hero. In fact, many people would say that he's tier one melee, hero. But most people he's slow, and he does take some skill to use, some thinking, I guess, because knowing how to use your blink and charge because he's so slow, and so on. It does make him a little awkward. Plus, he's ugly, and who wants to play an ugly hero other than myself? I don't mind. Makana's turtling as usual. Could have gotten a nice kill there on Reaperman. Especially since Reaper, I don't think, has anything. Turtle. Turtle power. I'm glad everyone is calling Makana. You can see I am farming just regardless of what's going on. I will just farm. So if you ever play against me, you can count on me farming. You will know that chances are, if a respawn just happened, you will find me. Like the elephant at the water hole. Pro kill there by KRK, you know. Good job, Makanis, for not using your shield. That's a very good job. Matt and KRK both playing Abel. You know, why have one lame hero when you can have two? I'm just gonna blatantly farm. I don't know what I was doing here. I think I used a potion and I died. But yeah, that was just silly. I was getting a little cocky there. Makana's putting that shield up. Great chance for Matt to get the kill. But it looks like Makana's gets away slightly. And the Marines are his undoing. Good job, Makanis. Good job. Good teamwork there by Team 1. As usual, their strategy relies on finding me and eliminating me. Then everything else is easy. Which, you know, funny enough, that's kind of our strategy with their team. If we can get rid of KRK, then their team is an easy win. So, I guess, you know, we kind of have the same approach. Good turtling action there by Makanis. However, he does get stopped. Good job, Matt. Throw that little jade beam. Show them who's overpowered. I'm not sure why I pinged there. I really don't know at this point. I love Quakers. He's just so ridiculous with that farming skill. He really is ridiculous, you know. Pac-Man is very clever about his blink. He's not going to blink right away. He's got some great reactions. That's one thing he's still pretty good at. He's got some good reactions, good reaction time. That's the only problem with Zava that I hate. Is just the blink after blink is very challenging to deal with. You have to get, as Quakers, you have to get Zava at some point on the map where and the elephant does not eat tonight. You have to get Zava somewhere where there is, you know, if it's somebody like Pac-Man who's really good at blinking, you have to get him somewhere where it's not, you know, where it's nice open space where they don't really have a lot of places to sneak around, and that's on this map. It's kind of hard to find places like that. Six mana for Reaper. Nice arrow there by Makanis, but at this point, Team 1 is really controlling that middle. Pac-Man hiding in the corner there, very pro move to wait for those tanks, especially if you want to get them stolen like that. So that was a very good move right there. All the while, guess what I'm doing? Eating, of course. That was a really that was a kind of a demonstration of how good Matt is with Abel. With those kind of pro aim, it's just he always just demonstrates over and over again why Abel is such a difficult hero to play, and B, how good his aim is. This, now right here is a good example of two things. The first thing is why KRK should never play Abel. The second thing is that if you find kind of an open space, he's right in the middle of the lane. He wasn't going to have a short blink anywhere in time before I would kill him. So that was the perfect spot to really do that kill. Terminator invited you to a party. Who the hell is Terminator? I don't want to partner with a Terminator, dude. He's gonna terminate me. What's going on here? Party has disbanded. I don't know what the hell's going on. Reaperman getting cursed at 8 frames per second here. Let's see what the turtle does. One turtle versus another. Good job, McConnus. You show them the power of turtling. All the while, I think it's time to start pushing here. There's nobody around. Do some ridiculous damage. I really wish I could play on like ultra high graphics because that would be pretty nice. Good play there by Pac-Man and Matt. Sometimes there are invisible ghosts in this game that can really wreak havoc. Again, KRK also good job there. Telling those ghosts, listen, we're having a match here. You guys need to get the hell out, and scaring them away. That's really good. McConnus, Little Red Riding Hood here, running around in the forest. Good curse there by McConnus, but another really good beam by Matt. Turtle mode for McConnus. I am trying to do something here. And it looks like I do get away with a kill, which is always nice. Reaperman and KRK, however, are still alive. Hopefully this lag will clear out soon. Again, like I said, sometimes when I cast, for some reason or another, it just goes to this silly frame rate. Good aim there by McConnus. Goes to show you, this is the best of America right here. We have really the top players. Gives you an idea of what kind of quality playing we have in North America. Which one is the friendly beam? That's the question. Now, all the while as this is going on, my bunker has been deleted, and I am just, as usual, farming. Nice kill there by McConnus, showing us the power of Jan. Very difficult hero to use, for sure. Pac-Man getting hungry there. I know what he's thinking. I know what both of them are thinking, but it's not gonna happen. And tanks, of course, just spawned. Nice teamwork there by Matt and McComas. Good job there, KRK. I think he was aiming at the tank, and I think he almost got it, but nevertheless, it was a very good stance. Kind of like a lunging position and throwing power out. That was intimidating, at least, if not useful. So well done. KRK and I talk about making this video of bloopers that he's out of everyone that I know, at least like top players and stuff, good in-house players. KRK has like the most bloopers of any. Oh, here we go. Boom, boom, boom. 2 for 1. There's the money shot right there. So that was another blooper there by KRK. We always joke around about that. This gives us a chance to push. McComas could have used that time to shift Q. At least figure out how many arrows it takes to take that turret out, as well as the bunker, and have the bunker down. But that's only if you're pro. In which case, we all know McComas is just semi-pro. So Team 1 has much better teamwork overall than we do, but at least KRK died. Looks like Matt and McComas doing a good job. Pac-Man the only one alive. It's a good chance for McComas to go push. Pushes. McComas using a good shift Q technique there, and he does waste his potion. I saw that. Nice shift Q there. I don't really have any comment on that, so we'll just leave it what it is. I did use a potion. That is no fun, but at least I got the kill on KRK. Fang Dong getting in that little mode of his, trying to lure him to get in here so we could get that kill. At this point I have 20 armor. Its bunkers are still not really down. For Team 1, actually, we're almost there. Good beams from both able players tonight, folks. Great aim, great anticipation. Really throwing those beams down pretty nicely. You notice I completely disregard Matt. As soon as tanks respawn, my main priority is to eat. Yeah, Team 1 QQing about lag at this point, which honestly, lag affects all of us, so there is no way you would have escaped. Pack scrub. Boom. Balls to the wall. Team 1 kind of behind here at this point, few levels each of them. Building-wise, they're only one bunker down, so at this point it's no good. Makana's taking the opportunity to suicide. Really well done. Good job there. Of course, Quakers has to eat, so. These dang Marines, sometimes they come right at the worst possible time and they totally interrupt everything. Good intentions there by Matt, but poorly timed. Nice kill and warp out. That was pretty good. I gotta admit, that was pretty nice. Good reaction times there. I'm trying to get around these damn Marines so I can charge something. I didn't want to waste my charge because I knew he would probably blink, but that was just silly. Oh well. KRK going 7 mana there. Wow. Let's see, Pac-Man, what's he got? 5 mana, that's good. Macanas, I know, went 5. Nice teamwork there by that's interesting. Little beam circle there. And Team 1 takes the lead here. Pac-Man left on his own. Not a good idea to be surrounded. Of course, we just go to town now on this side of their tier 2 buildings. These are very important to kill. I am like the only person who sees the value in killing these, because when the patch made them have experience points, which is quite a bit actually, I think it's something like 3 or 4 tanks worth of experience, as well as gas, on top of the fact that they slow down the healing for the team by considerable amounts. Like that's kind of an easy win right there, Can't go wrong with that. So I always take them out. Don't ever leave them lying around. They're a great offensive asset. Nice curse there by Macanas, but KRK, this is a good, actually, despite what happens with the kill and everything, this is actually probably the best example, or one of them, of Team 1 and their strategy. It's actually really well done. Pac-Man being the offensive player, the high damage output, that can also blink. So he's able to run away and lure into a Chaos Beam by KRK, who's over here. And after being somewhat of a tank, Abel can then, when he gets low on life, move out of the way and use Fang Dong as a wall, as an offensive wall. with the ultimate and stuff. So really trading roles very well. Actually, overall, good concept, but looks like Matt has some magic card going on there. A little ball fight between McConas and, and Pac-Man. Yeah, at this point, I don't want to overcommit myself, especially since the Marines can see me coming. Team 1, at this point, both KRK and Pac-Man only have 1,500 shields. They weren't really able to pack the money in there for them. They're using a lot of money on potions and stuff. So very behind at this point. KRK getting stuck in the wreckage there. Giving us, another opportunity to push really hard. This game was, we were very ahead this game. This was a very pretty overt win for our team. Mostly because of teamwork. Although we didn't really have, I'd say, as much teamwork, I think Quakers was a really good asset in this one. Just in the team roles and dynamics of PvP and stuff. Like an example of, how charge and blink really make Quakers a lot more mobile than most people assume. I remember when he first came out, Hip Hop at the time, Hip Hop Hammer, who was still playing. I think remember the old forum. We had like a. Oh, this is Plice looking at stuff. Okay, I don't care about this. Talking about how it's pretty overpowered. In a way, I mean, he kind of is. The charge plus blink is a great asset. A lot of action going right now. This is the big push here. Team 1 doing their best to defend. And it looks like, they do defend successfully. Our team is pretty far ahead at this point. 40 to 16 kill death ratio. And actually, we have more assists as well. So, for sure, Matt and McConas kind of pulled through at the end here. The early game wasn't as good, but mid to late game, of course, Shannon, Abel, great teamwork. Pac-Man, you can see he is very clever about his blink. It's not that his reactions are late, because I know his reactions are very good. Even with that V plus C combo that I put on him, he still didn't blink away because he just knows what's going to happen. So he's very good with that. That's why he's probably the most challenging player to play against as far as blink. You see, he waits until the last possible moment to avoid that damage. So he's very clever. But with enough harassment and the right positioning, it's not that big of an issue. Just something you got to be careful for. At this point, we're doing. I'm just being very bad mannered, putting up all these nukes. I'm just farming. Let's see. Yeah, I'm trying to get another nuke going. I think I have 4 by the end of this. I'm not even gonna push. Yeah, I like being bad mannered, so I'm just gonna farm and put a bunch of nukes up. I don't really care what's going on at this point. KRK not really bothering to buy shields at this point. They're not ahead enough. It's more about potions and blinking and stuff. Reaperman, not sure why he went Fang. I mean, I understand their overall strategy in this one. Their overall strategy was basically, keep middle busy with Fang and try to neutralize me with Able and so on. I understand their strategy. It was very similar to the semifinal or first game we had, but Reaperman tends to kind of be a solo, running around on his own kind of guy, and so I think I don't know if they would have won this one, but I think we had a little bit stronger team, but team composition, I should say, not so much team, but Fang is kind of going around on his own. It's not the best. Good late game hero, but not the best for Reaperman compared to his other, So there you go. Not really much, going on in this one. Towards the end, you could see there was some good defensive action by Team One, but we were just so far ahead that it's just not much they could do about it. Especially I had 17 kills in this one. Some good pot usage by both teams as much as they could. Mostly in our team. Our team had 34 assists to 14 by theirs, and then 44 kills to 16 deaths. So pretty obvious win on this case. Definitely a lot different than the opening match that we had. And then the other games too, the other final games are really close. So this one probably the lesser or the least exciting out of all of them. So there you go. Thanks.